Good evening and welcome to the Broadbeach Bowls Club for the Australian Championships Day 2. And it's the gold medal men's pairs final we bring you. And what a cracking match we have in store for you tonight on this beautiful green, the green 4 at Broadbeach Bowls Club, where we see a couple of left-handers, one for Western Australia, one for New South Wales in Brad Ball and Brett Spurr, and of course Russell Bates and Ben Winther. New South Wales takes on WA. Both teams undefeated today, very deserving of being here for a gold medal match. And I am joined by the one and only events manager extraordinaire, the man that puts all this together, and his name is Andrew Howie. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Thanks, Baz. Hope you're well, mate. Really looking forward to this clash. Perfect night for bowls here at Broadbeach Bowls Club. Where would you rather be, mate? On the Gold Coast. It's been a beautiful day, and yeah, as you said, two undefeated teams going head-to-head for the Australian title.
Yeah, even though the sectional play does throw a few curlies out there, you may see some teams go through to a gold medal match after losing a game, but these two teams undefeated and really had to do it tough, especially the New South Wales team of Ben Winther and Brett Spurr, defeating Victoria by one shot in their third match. As you said, very good conditions here, Andrew. It must be great to be able to run events knowing that the greenkeepers in the club put up these fantastic greens.
Yeah, we've been very lucky, obviously holding the Nationals at Broadbeach here, but also Club Tweed. Fantastic facilities, great greens, great greenkeepers. It's just a pleasure to work with both clubs, and we know they're obviously putting their 110% in to ensure the venue's at its best, as we do when we're trying to make sure the competition runs smoothly. But couldn't ask for better host venues. And
the players, well, they're just finishing up their roll-up at green speed at the moment. Even though we're past sunset, well into the evening now, there's not really much breeze, but green speed's still around 15 seconds and turning nicely. It's something we've come to know here about Green 4 at Broadbeach over the years. No matter what the event and the conditions, this green just turns lovely, doesn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best greens in Australia, if not the world, Baz. It's perfect, and as you mentioned, it's the rink, or just about the rink we use for the Australian Open. It's only probably 2.5 rinks over, or 2 rinks over, so it's a great green. As you mentioned, both hands are turning awesome at the moment, so I'd expect these players to find their range early, and we're in for a great clash, I reckon. State players. And obviously, great players in their own rights, but very exciting.
Now, taking your I Work for Bowls Australia hat off and just going back to definitely your time playing state bowls and mixing it with these players, tell us a bit about the players from what you know. I know you've had battles against many of these players out on the rink.
Yeah, so on the rink at the moment, probably the main one I played against over the years would have been Brett Spurr. So I think I first started playing state bowls in 2006 and played for up until probably 2015, 14, something like that. So not so much Ben or Brad or Russell. Haven't had the opportunity to play against those blokes, but Brett Spurr's been a great player for many years, played for Victoria on many occasions, and now finds himself as a Ali Shield winner with the New South Wales team, which is arguably one of the best teams on paper that we've seen in many, many years, Baz. So, he's obviously at the top form at the moment, and him and Ben do make a great combination, as does Brad and Russell over the years. So, I think this could go any way at the moment, as we see Ben Winther leading off.
Yeah, well said. Definitely a lot of highlight packages out there in terms of the shots played and what we'll see from all players. We've seen a bit of aggression from afar. Haven't seen the WA boys right up and nice and close, but we did see them a few rinks over before, and you could definitely see a bit of aggression when needed. And the deft touch as well from all players. The WA boys coming off those nice quick greens over there, and well, Ben and Brett, they've played a lot of bowls together now. They've achieved a lot together, and from what I can see and what I know, pretty inseparable as good mates too.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, doesn't it, when you enjoy each other's company. It just means you're just conducive to playing well together. You back each other up. As we see, a great shot there by Ben Winther. But you're right, I've seen Brad a little bit over the years, but mainly in the skipper's spot, and he has been a quite aggressive player. Haven't seen Russell a great deal. I believe he is formerly one of the Everest singles winners, Baz, so he's obviously a great draw player, what you need in this format, the 2 and walk. So all players have started pretty well here.
Yeah, nice shot from Ben. It's going to be a tough one to read which side of the rinks these players do play because we do see a large drawing hand to the right hand of the screen or right side of the screen as we look at it, the ocean side. And it does seem to be the hardest hand to really master. Yep. The effective rate out there is not quite as high as the ditch side, but for those players that are willing to really trust it, I feel that they'll come out on top.
Yeah, it's one of those hands, Baz, when it's turning. As you can see, Spurr's bowl coming to the head now. It just gets back no matter what. So as long as you get that weight right early, you can really trust the turn on that hand. And as we know, that the Tiff Dwarf, as it starts slowing down, the sort of turn is still there throughout the night. So Russell Bates on the mat for his first delivery.
Yeah, very nice line.
Yeah, he's not too far away. He'll be pleased with that. It's a good opening shot there.
Yeah, that's a ripper. Yeah, facing 3 down there, and already cutting it back to 1. It's a nice opening bowl from Russell Bates. Nice fella. Got that beard absolutely cranking at the moment. So Brett Spurr, the left-hander. Mount Lewis, you know Mount Lewis pretty well, having been big supporters of the Bowls Premier League, Andrew.
Yeah, they've one of our original franchises, mate, since the inception of, formerly was the Australian Premier League and now the Bowls Premier League. But on a personal note, I had the pleasure of playing for Mount Lewis for about 10 years when I lived in Canberra and travelled up the highway to Sydney. They're a great club, very supportive of bowls, led by Fred Ayub, who does some wonderful things for the sport. So, no, and I think Benny and Spurrier have found a good home there at Mount Lewis.
So Ben Winther on the backhand, as you see there, sort of like a zebra-looking bowl. It's got the black and white bowls. Out on a nice line. He's stalking this. Great weight. Just enough to turn Brett Spurs twice. Brad Ball. Left-hander. On the backhand. Just a matter of speed now. Can he get up into the head and get another one in the mix? Oh, he has made it 2 down, but it hasn't made the head any worse in terms of how it looks.
Yeah, it's probably given him a little bit of an easier shot now down on that backhand. I expect Ben to just be trying to slip past here, Baz. A little bit vulnerable if the WA combination could trail that jack.
And of course, while we bring you this action, there is other gold medal games going on in the women's format. We saw a great game in the last sectional round between South Australia and Tasmania, with South Australia getting up on shots to advance. And they're taking on New South Wales, Dawn Heyman. Unbelievable player, great form.
Brad Ball, very close.
Great shot, Brad Ball.
It's stayed in. It's worked out all right. Plenty of room for both teams here to try and nail it.
I mentioned it off the top, Andrew. I did see some weight from afar, a few rinks over just before, from Brad Ball on a few occasions. So it's something that I think we'll see a bit of moving forward. It's great having that lead in 4 bowl pairs. knowing that they've got that weighted game.
Yeah, it's a big advantage. We saw it first end. They were in a little bit of trouble there, and no hesitations to call Brad Ball on the drive, and executed wonderfully. So Brett Spurr, you'd love to nail the jack here. First end.
It should run away there. Once it gets into about that section there is quite a strong turn. See if it hangs around. And there you go, almost back to the centre line. It's not a bad thing early days if you're playing to some offline jacks, get a full feel of the rink.
Yeah, you're right there. Just seeing what it does when you chuck it out a little bit wider. And so Russell Bates pretty much has got to play similar weight to his first two bowls here, but obviously out on a new track.
Yeah, it looks very good. Nice speed. Might pick up the jack here. Well, he was a fraction over, so you can see that just that green still running on. You think as the sun set and the lights come out, you think, wait a minute, the green surely has to slow up. But we saw it last night, and we saw it in the comments as well. People were saying, wow, the green is just running on nicely. Just correction required with line here for Brett.
Great shot, Brett Spurr. Yeah, nothing on here but a draw for Russell. He's probably 2 or 3 down. Needs to drop a yard of weight on his first.
Man, healthy track. Very good weight too. Yeah, he's done well there, reduced it. So high quality action here tonight at Broadbeach Bowls Club for this men's pairs final gold medal match for the 2024 Australian Championships. And we saw jacks moving around there, conversions, high-speeded, weighted bowls. We've seen everything already and won, and that's the quality of these players. Both teams undefeated as they chase a gold medal down. But Ben Winther and Brett Spurr strike first, picking up a 1 for New South Wales. As we saw in the second round match today, when this pair of New South Wales took on the Queensland pair of Dale and Dean McWhinney, they do have the ability to score high when they're on with Ben's grouping and Brett's weighted game. It's a pretty deadly combination, but Andrew, we've already seen from Brad Ball, he's got the ability to play a runner as well.
Yeah, he sure has. Yeah, renowned for being an aggressive player, as are a lot of the WA players. Obviously, been over there, it's windy, the greens are fast, so you got to be able to have that drive. But look at that, he's also got the draw. So great opening bowl by Brad Ball. Interesting to see Ben Winther leading up on his backhand in both directions at the moment. So obviously a preference of his.
Yeah, good observation that. Just trying to field the same line. Same speed on the same side of the rink. He's done well here. May even get down for shot the way this turns late.
Yeah, well
he's
played.
Done well.
2 good opening bowls there.
So Brad Ball, absolute ripping fella. Loves a laugh, loves a banter. Good company out on the green and around the bowl circuit. I've met a few of these gentlemen over the times a lot and got to know them pretty well. And yeah, they're all out there giving it their best. And ultimately, they are carrying the tag of their respective states, trying to do their states proud. It's a long journey from winning a state title. Well, it's ridiculously hard to try and win a state title, and then to go all the way through now, which is an Australian title. It's quite a long journey and a massive feat, isn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's a lot of people's dream to win a state title. So many games, especially WA and New South Wales, renowned for big entries in their state competitions. But yeah, to then come here and back it up and perform well today and find themselves in a gold medal match, something that doesn't come around very often. So both teams will be looking to take this opportunity with both hands and go back to their respective states as Australian title winners.
And the 2 and walk format, feedback's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's a good format. It's a traditional format, as you're aware of, Barry. We don't play it a lot anymore at sort of the national stage, like Australian Opens and World Championships. International competitions have gone down the avenue of 3 bowls. But yeah, as we're aware, all the states still play two and walk pairs. Most of them are played across 21 ends, and just to the nature of this competition and the schedule, we do need to reduce it back to 15 to try and fit it all in. But it's a very traditional format and a lot of people's preference when it comes to pairs.
Brett Spurr, what a shot there. So now holding 2. And I mentioned earlier, I think it was with Christina Christic, about the format and also the ability to stay engaged as well, play your 2 and walk, and the ability to play some weighted shots. And physically and mentally, it's really good for you to stay in the game all day instead of maybe sometimes playing a bowl and standing around.
Yep.
So bronze medal matches are also happening. We'll break these games down bit by bit throughout the evening, give you up-to-date scores and insight to what's happening and what we can see from where we are. There's a lot of great games and a lot of pride on the line. No matter what the colour of the medal is, you want to go home knowing that you gave it your best and you've done your state proud. You can see how dark Brett Spurr's shadow is on the green there. The strength of these modern LED lights are just fantastic.
So it looks like he's called Ben just to try and sneak around the back here, cover any jack movement out to the right of screen. It doesn't look like he's out far enough.
I was going to say, yeah, he looked very shallow at release. Just seemed to come across that one. That's just early days, just still warming into the match. Yeah, not like Ben, but he's got another one. Get it out to that area, sort of around that sort of 230.
Yeah, he's given Brad a chance to arrive down on his forehand. He's sliding under also.
So aggression already from the lead for Western Australia. And Brad Ball.
So it is 2 to New South Wales. Yeah, it's a good call, Baz, because both those bowls can go clean. Asking Ben to try and draw another one in the area.
Yeah, if Brad Ball connects with that front one on the line and gets Ben Winther's on the exit, we'll be holding a couple. Ben Winther, get another one in here. Be very handy. It's not far away. Well, he's made it wider, unfortunately.
Yeah, well played. Unlucky with the result. Plenty of weight coming up by Brad here. Yeah.
Winding up. Looks to be forehand. He's in the result territory. He's clean one out. Doesn't hold back.
No, he gives him a fair crack. So still 2 to New South Wales. It's probably slightly a better head for the New South Wales combination now. Although the jack is open for the WA team. So Brett Spurr, try and tidy this up slightly.
And the Western Australian team, Brad Ball playing out of the Pinjarra club. Russell Bates out of the mighty Double View. So I'm sure back in Western Australia. Hello to all the viewers.
Just played this well. Oh, what a great shot.
Yeah, it's perfect. Just leaves a gap either side, but I still think there'll be some decent sized weight here. Jack off either wing bowl. Almost nearly a case of going for one of the wing bowls, and if you're slightly under, you get the jack. Trying to reduce the count here, so it is forehand swinging weight.
Yeah, tough way to play. He's not far away, but can he get connection?
1-2. We got one out.
Oh, and he's got his own.
So that'll be a few.
This could be 4 or 5 here, Baz.
Brett Spurr, I'm just trying to... Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure he indicated there to play a blocker. It's something we don't see much of these days. You can see all the stickers on the bowls there. We're going to need those stickers tonight. A lot of white out on the green, but that looks to be probably 5 shots there.
He's got to be mindful here. He doesn't block that gap up. There is a big gap if Russell was to play weight that he can go through and not disturb the head at all. So he'd be mindful. Take his grass. He does get back to the centre line. It's a bonus.
So old school blocker. So last night's final, the gold medal match in the women's triples, we saw Western Australia drop a 6 on the second end. And now Western Australia in the men's pairs, I feel are at least 4 or 5 down. Can Russell Bates produce the goods here? Draw his way out of trouble. Even third shot I feel is a pretty good result.
Yeah, I think he's either got to try and, dead draw third. If he gets anything better, happy days, or he just goes flat out for the kill. I think those in-between shots, the way the hand's turning at the moment, are quite difficult. He just got to pick what he's confident in and try and execute.
So it's forehand. Beautiful follow-through. Great technique. Russell Bates. It's all weight control now. Just needs to stay around. Hang around for connection. Well, he's just pushed it a little bit heavy. Half a bowl narrow, and he would have cut it back to 2.
Yeah, that was the issue with just arriving, wasn't it? There's a few gaps to run through. Not managing to minimise the damage there. So three's taken out.
They're going to go Brad Ball's nearest bowl. That's 4. Just see the indicator from our marker there.
Looks like it was 5.
So okay, so big number, second end for New South Wales. And that was a 5, so they now lead 6-0, New South Wales over WA. Long way to go, but be interesting to see if Brad and Russell maybe change tactic, maybe put the big guns away, or just stick to what's got them here. That's sometimes the best method. Do what you've been doing best. And it's clear, Andrew, that they're not scared to attack at all.
No, yeah, there's no point getting to a gold medal, as you said, and changing the way you play. So, got to back yourself, play what you're confident in. But yeah, things didn't go well for that end. But I'd expect him to get back down to business and start building the head for Russell. So Brad's not far away here. Yeah, good opener.
Ben Winther, backhand around the clock. Needs to find 4 feet. And he's added about 18 inches there, but take some confidence out of hitting that line. So green speed still on 15 seconds. Nice free running green. Usually the way that green runs this time of night is weather dependent, whether we get a bit of moisture in the air or not.
Yeah, it's looking like a bit of a dry night at the moment, Baz. It's yeah, so the green obviously will drop a second or two as we progress through this final, but just something as a player trying to be aware of. Just try and take notice if the green is dropping speed. So Brett Spurr down on his forehand. He's out on a nice track.
You can see that nice late turn, get a full view of the sticker on the bowl. Once you start seeing the full face of that bowl, you know you're getting some strong turn. It's a nice reply there from Brett Spurr. Russell Bates, pretty good head to play through to here, just a trail the jack, work inside that bowl of Brett's. You sometimes look at these bowls out there and you go, there's no way they're going to come back, and then they get to here.
Yeah, this is a bit of a right angle, as you can see that one there, right angle turn at the end. It's yeah, just a beautiful green to play on.
Nice loud clear calls from both players. Communication is so important. Other games going on. Bit of background noise. A few people up on the deck enjoying the night's action.
He gave it a chance. It's not a bad home there. So Russell needs to find probably 2 feet here. A little touch around the corner would be perfect. Try and close down this end.
Definitely tighter line. He's got the weight, it should help. Little touch. Plan B, good home. So they've got their Australian Open Gold Coast 2024 shirts on, the West Australian team. And what an Australian Open it was. Record numbers, 14 clubs across 2 weeks. And June 7 to 2025 is the dates for the Australian Open. And Andrew, mate, I'm sure, no doubt again, come I think December when entries open, you'll be looking to smash the record books again.
Yeah, it'd be great. Great to keep building on the success we've had on the Gold Coast here. At this stage, we're aiming for that sort of possibly the second week of December launch of entries, but we'll advertise those as we sort of progress through the end of this month and sort of November. But no, very exciting to work with all our host venues again. It just really is one of the best events. Not only in Australia but the world. It's just something for everybody. It's probably one of the most inclusive bowls events we have on our calendar. There's events for over 60s, open, juniors, bowlers with a disability. Doesn't matter how long you've been playing this great sport. If you've been playing for 12 months or 20 or 30 years, players are just getting to the Gold Coast and having a game, an opportunity to play against some of the best players we have in this sport, Commonwealth Games, World Champions. You just never know. You might put your name in for the singles, Baz, and draw Aaron Sheriff in section play, or yourself. It's but winter time on the Gold Coast, there's no better time. The weather is sensational, and hopefully this doesn't jinx us for next year, Baz. But we've been pretty lucky over the last couple of years with our weather.
Yeah, and when it comes to the weather, you've got another little helper, and that becomes 2 greens now at Helensvale covered up. So I'm sure just quietly under your breath, you're pretty happy to see another roof go up in terms of the events you run up here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, it's a big help. Yeah, so the last 2 years we've been operating at 2 greens at Helensvale. So yeah, as long as they're willing to, we'd be looking to start utilising the new undercover green on green 1, which obviously means we can fit more entries in. We're also looking at reintroducing potentially Gold Coast Lawn to the Australian Open event as well, so an extra 2 greens there. So, yeah, my job over the next couple of months will be working with these clubs to identify what numbers we can sort of reach, and then we launch our entries and away we go. So fingers crossed for another big year of Australian Open.
Yeah, plenty of people just come up to the Gold Coast or travel to the Gold Coast, not even sometimes to play in all the events, maybe just pick 1 or 2 and just take it in and go around to the clubs and watch some real big matchups. You know, you can go down to Coolangatta or up to maybe Paradise Point for the day under the roof there and watch some quality action from the south side to the top side of the Gold Coast. Action everywhere. And like you say, some of the big names. And now after the big news today of lawn bowls being included in the Glasgow Commonwealth Games, it'll be interesting to see if a few players come out and maybe just try and get their names out there. Just sliding through there, Brett Spurr. Maybe come out and try and push for some higher honour selection to maybe get their name out there, and you never know.
Yeah, it was great news today, as you touched on. Bowls will be included in the 2026 Com Games. So a reduced sort of event with 10 sports, and obviously bowls has played an integral part in the Commonwealth Games for many, many years. So it's so great. We're still there. And no doubt it's players can now start setting their goals to hopefully make those teams and make the next high performance squads and really put their name up there to represent their country.
So Ben Winther having a good look at this. So trying to see exactly how many seconds it is. 2 maybe or 3 seconds here for New South Wales. Brett Spurr, forehand looking to come down under the front bowl of Ben Winther.
Yeah, I was going to say you could probably just see a little bit of it.
He's close.
Needs to miss the front now.
Brett Spurr.
Oh,
wow, what an effort. He's managed to get shot out of it. He was in the area.
Misses that. He had it. It's worked out all right. 1 to the New South Wales team. Not easy to get to for Russell.
Just watching Russell Bates's body language. He's very composed here, taking in that call. I think he might have something else in his mind. No, he's just taking his time. I thought he might have just had maybe a thought about backhand there, trail the jack for maybe 1 or 2, but Brad Ball's called it. Forehand, draw the shot off our nearest or turn it once or twice.
It's down to his speed now.
Not quite getting there. So here we are, 3 ends in, and New South Wales now lead 7-0. WA haven't done a lot wrong. It's been a great match really in terms of all the players just contributing. We've seen some great draw shots, bit of weight already. Brett Spurr, that last bowl of his, an inch off perfection, getting a secondary result, turning that bowl of Ben Winther's up for shot, and it remained. And Ben Winther, as we mentioned, backhand round the clock for him. Just trying to get into some rhythm. Not happy with that one. About 4 foot short. And Brad Ball on his forehand for a lefty. Quite a large number of people up on the balcony enjoying this, and I'm sure a lot of people over in Western Australia watching from either their clubs or lounge rooms or wherever you may be. Let us know if you're in Western Australia, cheering on either your club mates or your state mates in Brad Ball and Russell Bates. A couple of ripping fellas, 4 good blokes out there on the rink. And I'm sure no matter what the result is tonight, they'll all enjoy each other's company into the evening and be proud of their efforts. Nice correction, Ben Winther. Yeah, that's a good bowl, 20 inches away. You can see both bowls there. standing up on a decent line. Brad Ball looking for about 4 feet of weight. I think he's corrected well here. The conditions are so nice to be able to correct well. He's done well. Not quite getting the shot, but definitely giving his skipper something to play to. So at the moment, the way it sits is Ben Winther holding one, but there is a nice open hand for both skippers here for Brett Spurr and Russell Bates. Ben Winther having a bit of fun out there, giving his front bowl a bit of a fake kick. But that's okay to do that every now and then as long as you're correct. And we've got people in the chat here. Barbara Green watching from Como and have shared. Well done. Thanks, Barbara. Timmy Dowse. Spurr is a machine. And hello, James Dixon. G'day, Andrew and Baz. Looking forward to this game. Thanks for the live stream. No worries. It's a pleasure having you all tune in and share us your thoughts on the game and comment from afar. We'll try and give you as much information about this game as possible.
Of course, this is only day 2. All the action kicks off again tomorrow from 8:30 at Broadbeach with the Australian Fours commencing. So, yeah, if you're in the area, got nothing to do tomorrow, get on down to Broadbeach Bowls Club and watch some of Australia's best bowlers battle it out for an Australian title. So Brett Spurr wants it to keep turning back home now. He's done well.
Yeah, both players, both skips. Pretty good start to this end so far. Russell Bates needs to take off the yard. Right down the middle of the rink there with his first crack. That's not bad either. That's good going. He might not have achieved the shot, but you're definitely taking positives out of that. The fact that he's comfortable with his line, he's hit his line twice. Holds you in good stead later in the match. G'day, Raymond Pearce. Hello, AG and Snelly. G'day, mates.
So Ben Winther going to start his back end. He'd love to beat Russell Bates' bowl at the bottom of screen. Count and cover. Just wants it to hold on now.
I think he might just sneak past. Will he get the jack? Doesn't want to get the front of it. Wow.
Wow.
Unfortunate, but pretty juicy looking head there, Andrew.
Yeah, that's probably the only plus at the moment is they can probably see every bit of that jack in the bowl, so that I'd expect plenty of weight. Ben's next delivery.
Do you go now?
Yeah, 100%. Straight through it. Chance to get the jack all the way through to the ditch. Move a couple of shot bowls. He's going to elect to stay on the draw. So prove me wrong. Tough shot.
Yeah, very hard shot.
He's trying.
He's backing himself in here. Ben Winther. Touch of the jack for one down.
Wow.
That's a massive result because what it does, it locks his bowl in. So Brett Spurr, definitely I'd be putting my hand out for a bit of love there too.
Don't think he could have caught him on a harder shot than Baz, and he's played a bomb. He was unlucky not to get the shot.
Yeah, well, it was just a case of pretty much adding sort of 4 feet on the same line as he trailed the jack previously, but the results were very much in his favour. Thank you, Russell. We usually get 1 or 2 moments a game where we see that. Obviously, Andrew running the events, but also working in the commentary over the years. They're so enthralled in the match. Unfortunately, we see a little bit of that, and well, a kick of the jack out the back.
Oh, well played.
It could be back to 2. Wow, if this is the standard, we're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen.
Plenty of weight. As you can see, the indication. straight through that split.
Brett Spurr staring down the angles here. The weight, I don't think is going to be much of a issue, but it's probably just trying to figure out which one is the best first. I like Ben Winther's bowl first.
Yeah, I reckon he almost gets all of them, Barry. If he gets the black first, he'll get the blue, back up the green onto the white. Either way, it's going to be...
2 practice swings usually. Okay, 3. Bent arm. He's missed
very
the front.
close. Oh, just got the little ricochet off the front.
So great hit there, Brett Spurr. 3 wind-ups. Big conversion. He's given himself a chance here. Probably about 18 inches, 2 feet to draw it. Finds himself 1 down. Russell Bates on the forehand. First objective, stay on. 6 foot mark's probably the first goal.
Yeah, it doesn't need to do anything crazy here. Just try and count. Put the pressure on Brett.
Be interesting to see if Brett Spurr, with having that 7-0 buffer, whether he tries to actually draw this. So if he does lose it, he will be 2 down with 1 to come. Jogging after it. Should be enough for second.
Yeah, big shot here. These are the ones as a skip. You want to try and make count. The free hits. Only needs to add a yard on his first delivery. He should be scoring.
Looks pretty good from where we are. Just needs to navigate now. He's done it well, Russell Bates. So the front end pressure really won out there. Brett Spurr played a great drive, but it was the front end pressure that caused him to play the weight. And Ben Winther was just a little stiff with that back cut of the jack. But now WA are on the board after 4 ends. They trail 2 to New South Wales 7. Three of the first 4 ends going the way of New South Wales, picking up a 1, a 5, a 1.
Yeah, good confidence booster for the WA boys. They've played a really good end. They're on the board. They can start settling into the match now, and still plenty of ends to go. Yeah, Brad just slipping past. Handy home.
So quick snapshot on what's happening around us. As you can see on the screen there, women's gold medal game, New South Wales, skipped by Dawn Heyman. They're leading 4-3 over South Australia. Men's bronze medal match, South Australia lead 4-1 over Queensland. And the women's bronze medal game also, Victoria 3-1 up over Tasmania. All 15 games. No time limit, of course. Brad Ball switching hands, never easy. He's done it well. Be interesting to see if that's enough confidence to leave him there now. Sometimes it takes that bowl, Andrew, don't it? You play a good one and you go, wait a minute, geez, this might be my hand.
Yeah, it's still turning nice, but just not as vicious turn as the other one. So potentially leading up might be a little bit easier, but he hasn't played the other hand bad at all. So it's just a matter of just filling out the green, working out what's going to work best for you. And as we see, Benny Winther's very close here.
Yeah, great grouping. He's found the hole there somehow.
Unbelievable.
If he catches his front one, he's pretty much shot. And if he catches Brad Ball's, he's nearly made 2, but he's found that hole. It's good leading, though. 1 on 1 behind.
Yeah, the way those two bowls are set up, it doesn't look possible to get through there. But I guess that just shows how good that green is turning. He's got around the front one and turned it hard enough to miss everything. But big chance here for Russell. First in, down the forehand. Love to draw a toucher here. He's very deliberate in his process before he steps onto the mat, taking his time.
Yeah, nice follow through, nice and low at release. Weight's nice here. That's a great opener. That'll count.
Yeah, well played. Brett Spurr. It's not far away. Needs to turn now. Yeah, what a great shot. These players are starting to settle in nicely here. All finding their range. So Russell just loved to replicate his first delivery. Draws the shots a bonus. The ball on the head is great for the WA team.
Yeah, he's done well.
It's very close.
Flop off his own. That'll do.
Brilliant shooting, Russell Bates.
So Russell's last 4 deliveries, right down the spine of the rink, both on that side of the rink also. So line's not an issue, and weight definitely wasn't an issue on this occasion. Big attempt, Brett Spurr. Lovely weight. Just watching Dawn Heyman in the background there. Gold medal game next door to this match.
Yeah, she's had a great year, Baz. She'll feature in a number of these events. I think the only one she's not playing is the fours. Incredible effort.
Yeah, I think she'll appreciate the day off, knowing she's got a big week ahead.
Yeah, definitely.
Brad Ball.
Yeah, it was a good effort. He was obviously just trying to lift his own bowl. But he's finished past the jack, which is great. So the call is Benny's going to stay down on his backhand here. He'll look to arrive, turn his own bowl. If he happens to slip just under, he can try the jack.
Needs to hang on. Can it hold for some of the jack?
Oh, well played.
Oh, that'll be enough for shot, I believe. Yeah, not an easy shot, but I think it definitely is the right call here.
Yeah, another one the head doesn't hurt. Even if he beats Brett Spurr's bowl on the right wing here, just sets him up, gives him plenty of options. He's just overcooked it a little bit.
Yeah, tricky shot. Going to play perfect weight in there. Turning that bowl twice. I think Russell's probably going to have to play forehand though, especially after playing such great shots down there with his previous 2.
Yeah, I think New South Wales boys, they can draw the toucher here first. It's big. They are looking a little bit vulnerable the way the head's sitting.
It's great weight control here, Ben Winther.
It's very close. That's brilliant. It's unlucky not to go with it a bit more.
Absolutely. It's nice. It's a great shot, but probably made it a bit nicer for Russell Bates down on the forehand. Trail the jack. The jack's vulnerable.
Yeah, he's got two options. He has just played two really good ones down that forehand, or he can elect to play through Brad Ball's bowl. Turns him onto the jack, or he turns him back to the wall to stay for shot.
Well, he's just played two really good bowls on the forehand. He knows that hand well.
Yeah, it's one of these ones. As a skip, you just got to play what you're confident in. He's seen the head. He's there. Two options.
I feel even if he's a bowl high, he kicks. If he kicks onto his own, he takes one of theirs out. So it's either forehand, get down through to the jack, or backhand, lift his leads bowl a couple of times. All right, reset. Backhand, looking to turn Brad Ball's lead bowl probably 2 or 3 times onto the jack. He's on a very good line here. Is he going to reach? Needs to hurry. Clear the front. Maybe a slide. He's going to get away with it. It's a good shot. Russell Bates, probably an inch off perfection. Little slide off Ben Winther's front one, but all in all, very good bowl. How was that weight control, Andrew?
Yeah, perfect. He, as I said, if he missed the front one, he was getting the shot anyway. He just played perfect weight, and he's potentially got third shot out of that as well, if not 2 shots, Baz. So, but good shot for Spurr here. Could switch to his forehand and play whatever weight he wanted to try and swamp the jack back, or okay. Land the bowls, trail the jack down on his backhand.
Yeah, crack an egg on Ben Winther's bowl. Spews the jack out to the side where they've got a catcher. If he stays up, that might create another option later on. See if this bowl stays on. If it does, it's going to be handy. Well, that does create another option, I think, for Brett Spurr. The fact that bowl stayed on, it's the Bacchus bowl. We might see what you originally spoke about, Andrew. Forehand, trail the jack back. A nice little message from Josh Beattie. Good on you, Josh. Loves his bowls. Hello, watching on the tram, heading back to Brisbane. What a day of bowls to watch. Good on you, mate. Good to see you down here today, enjoying the action. There you go. That's how good the action is. People are catching trams from Brisbane. Travelling down the highway. What bowls are they using? We'll bring that to you. I can see that Russell Bates is using Taylor bowls.
Yeah, I just got a shot of Brad Balls. He's got the Henselite Cruise bowl.
Henselite Cruise, Brett Spurr XG, and Ben Winther Aero. Is it Dynamic or Optima?
Yeah, not sure about that one. Yeah, it's a good home there, Russell.
Is it Redline SR?
Yeah.
For Russell Bates. So a bit of everything out there. Haven't seen cruises for a long time, though.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so weighing up their options here. Baz, I still like sort of swinging down for the backhand through to the on the backhand for the jack through to the ditch. Enough weight. If you do get the jack, it's not staying around near Brad Ball's bowls at the bottom of screen.
So what I do like, though, that both players are meeting at the front of the head. I'm a big advocate for that. Have that chat at the front of the head. Both agree on what shot they should play, looking at it from front on.
So he's still a bit undecided. He's still weighing up his backhand. It's very important. By the time you step on the mat, you need to be clear in your mind what shot you're playing.
I think ditch weight forehand, looking for the jack. Can get off the blue bolt. On a higher line. I don't know if we'll break with that weight.
That's a good effort.
So back-to-back ends for WA here. Just seeing if it's 2. And it is. Back-to-back doubles for WA. Now it takes the score to 7-4. Good signs for them after losing the first 3 ends. Bit of some emojis coming through here. Plenty of lion emojis. Go Lions. Hi guys, watching from Oxford, UK. Off for a chuck indoors in a couple of hours. Yeah, it's definitely what is it now? October. So definitely indoor season. Good on you. Thanks for tuning in, Adrian Kemish from Oxford in the UK.
So good opening bowl there by Brad. Ben sticking to this backhand. So I guess the next big thing, Baz, is the BPL 20 at Club Pine Rivers. November 11 to 15. The new era of Bowls Premier League. The first 12-team competition. No doubt you're excited, mate, to represent the Melbourne Pulse again.
Yeah, I was just saying to Christina earlier, I'm just doing a little bit of more cardiovascular work, mate, just to get ready for the big program. More bowls, the better. Looking forward to it. New teammate in Samantha Atkinson. And I miss the big fella, miss Gary Kelly. I haven't seen him for a while. And, yeah, look forward to representing the Pulse. Back-to-back's always hard to do in any sport, in any event, but yeah, we'll be trying our best. And the big man, Jeremy Henry, where would we be without him? Super coach. Great to have Jeremy in our box. Such level-headed, and yeah, he's just got all the info and keeps us on the straight and narrow, as they say, Andrew.
Yes, yeah. He's all about high performance and keeping the team in line, Baz. So, yeah, Jez has worked some wonders with the Pulse team. But, yeah, you have had a great record over the last few years, and especially at sort of Club Pine Rivers. You've won 2 titles there, I believe. Yeah, so you'll be no doubt hard to beat. But, yeah, for those that aren't aware, I guess, Baz, you'd nearly say this is one of the best fields we've ever had, player-wise. All the Australian superstars. You chuck in the likes of Gary Kelly. We've got Alex Marshall. For the first time, we've got Paul Foster, Nicky Brett, Jamie Walker, Catherine Rednall. It's congratulations to all the franchise for going out and securing such wonderful players. It's going to be an absolute spectacle. So if you can get down to Club Pine Rivers in November, please do. Otherwise, we'll have all the action live streamed, matches each night from Tuesday to the Friday on Fox Sports and KO. So plenty of bowls to witness.
Yeah, well said. And if it's as warm as it was last year, I might pack a little esky with ice and a face washer. It was warm last year. It was humid, and the facilities, the staff really look after us. But yeah, super excited about seeing some of those big names out here, like you said, and it's going to be a great event, and good for the sport. Get the viewership up around the world, and I want to see the likes of Paul Foster and that playing with the music blaring and the heckling from the crowd, and it's we get a bit of we get a bit of feedback from the crowd at different stages. It's not always great feedback, but it's all part of the event, and we take it in our stride. But yeah, you don't want to be anywhere else. Out there, tunes playing, crowd cheering under the double dome.
Yeah, it's great to hear some of these players where this event's been on their bucket list for a long time, and they're finally getting that opportunity. But just players all around the world are now seeing the BPL as a goal, something they want to go and play in, and they just hear just so many good raps about the event. So it's That's what it's designed for, mate, as you mentioned, to market the sport in a new way and show a different concept, of fast format. So it's definitely achieving that, and it's a great way to publicise our sport.
I really just can't see if you live within an hour of Club Pine Rivers, even a couple of hours, how you wouldn't get a car pulled together and head along for at least one day, knowing that all those named players are there, and you can just go up and hang out with them, and go up and say g'day, and we get asked to maybe sign something, but to be able to stop and chat to people and meet people from all around Australia that come and watch, and there's corporate hospitality, there's, like you say, the TV cameras, all the fanfare, but all in all, Club Pine River is just a great place to visit as well, with all the brilliant facilities there.
Yeah, no, they do a wonderful job and look after all their members and all their guests, and yeah, it's definitely a wonderful opportunity to see some of these players in the flesh, so to speak, and even get a group at your club, get a bus together and come on down for the day. We have action from 9 o'clock in the morning right through to 10 o'clock at night, so no matter what time you get to the club, there'll be games on. So a great opportunity for bowlers all around Australia to get to Club Pine Rivers and witness some of the world's best.
Brad Ball holding one. Nice shot there behind the jack. Ben Winther, is he up for the task? Of course he is.
Oh, what a great shot.
Of course he is. Brett Spurr said, just draw it, son. Forehand, using that high drawing hand, dead weight. But Ben Winther replied there after Brad Ball's beautiful draw shot. It was pretty safe there, I thought, in behind the jack, but Ben Winther, he was up for it.
No, it's a perfect shot. They're having a nice little battle, these two up front. They're both playing well.
Yeah, love to see that. A little bit of opposition support. A little bit of a high five. Sometimes you just got to say too good. I was actually watching some highlights recently. I can't remember what game it was. And I might have been Aaron Tees in something, and he just clapped. He just leaned over and clapped at his opposition. Said, "Good shot, mate." Yeah, must have been the other day at the Ellis Shield.
Yeah, he's always been good like that. Russell Bates, what a great shot.
I think that's enough for shot.
Just shows you, Baz, obviously everyone wants to win. You try your hardest, but sportsmanship goes a long way.
Yeah, I think it was Nathan Rice. He drove 3 bowls out the other day. Aaron Sheriff said, if you hit that one, you get all 3. And as we walked down the green, that's right, Teasy just leaned over and said, shot lurch or brilliant lurch or something like that. And you're right. As much as you want to win. Brett Spurr, backhand. You'll see this definitely get back easily to the jack, potentially.
And he's got the jack. Where's it going?
Oh, the double kiss. Is he one out, though? Might have still be one down here. Double kiss, bang, ricochet. Pinball. So from one down, maybe to one up. It's hard to tell from that angle. So Russell Bates, though, his last bowl. Look at that delivery. So deliberate. Nice follow through. Out on a beautiful line. Foreign territory, though, hasn't been walked on. Generally a bit slower out there, AG, especially after a full day of play, an area that really hasn't been sort of walked on much, played on much.
Yeah, you're right. It's as the green, we're probably going to see it start dropping now, and as you mentioned out there, no one sort of walked along the boundary peg out there probably all day, so just a little bit slower. So important here for Brett Spurr. Just needs to ensure he takes his grass. Got at least 2.5 feet to count here. As we know, it will get back.
Yeah, and it should pull up pretty quick.
Yeah,
just
great
like
shot.
That. So that's the shot. How many is it? Good touch on that one.
Wow, big pickup.
So the second multiple for New South Wales after picking up a 5 on the second end. Now lead 10-4. And that's 4 ends to 2. Multiples, though, we found across the event so far have been the difference in many games. We saw 3 draws in one session today. Incredible. Right in front of our eyes. 3 drawn games out of the 4. You won't see that very often. And of course, touching on the BPL again, the format for those that are tuning in from around the world, when the BPL does hit our screens, 11 to 15 of November. 2 sets of 5 ends. And power plays and tie breaks. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Love the format.
Yeah, a few new additions, Baz, this year. Try and keep all the teams on their toes, and a couple little tweaks to the rules. So that's going to be exciting to see how all that plays out. And I guess who can adapt the quickest and work out their tactics and when to play their subs and all that sort of stuff. So it's it's going to be good to see.
Yeah, great initiative. Brad Ball playing well. Everyone's playing well.
Yeah, it's been a good game.
Just those multiples. And that multiple came out of nowhere, really. WA holding 1. Within a couple of deliveries, they're all of a sudden dropping a 3. That's the conversion power of these skips in Russell, Bates and Brett Spurr. You're never safe at this level. So we've got a question here. Dear Barry, do you think the on-shot is becoming less and less used? Is drive or draw the new modern game? To a certain degree, I do agree with that, yes. I don't see the full-blooded drive used as much as I used to back probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't want to try and prove that I'm right on that, but I honestly don't see the full-blooded drive used as much as I used to. And I think of Mark Jacobson, Todd Simmons, Charlie Hayes, Calvin Kirko, some of the players I played against and with a lot back in the early 2000s. I think now with more and more modern day tighter bowls, I think the runner is the more common bowl played now. The solid on-shot versus the flat-out full-blooded drive. But it's environmental too. Sometimes you might go playing in windy conditions, drive-draw, or you might be playing indoor where you find that it might be drive-draw. So still very environmental, but all in all, thanks for the question. Great to see the engagement from everyone around the world tuning in tonight. As we said, we've got Andrew Howie. He's the main man in charge of our events. If you've got any questions for Andrew or you want to pass on some comments, please let us know. And once again, please grab this link and share it. Let's keep promoting this great game of bowls. And I love the fact that we've got some people tuning in from the UK as well. It's definitely that time of day. Probably almost lunchtime over there, Robbie. You've got a world watch there. That looks, what's that, a Rolex or? That's something out of Back to the Future, that thing.
So Brett Spurr needs to find a yard of weight here.
Just seeing if Robbie's got all the mod cons on that watch. 20 past 10 a.m. Beautiful.
Well played.
Yeah. Good lines played there by all players so far. Only a couple slightly offline, but let's have a little run around again. Women's gold medal. Well, New South Wales out to a 7-shot lead there over SA. 10-3. Men's bronze medal game. SA over Queensland. 6-shot lead. And in the women's bronze medal match, Tassie's got their nose in front. 9 shots to 6.
Yeah, Benny Winther, he'd love to draw a toucher here. Tuck it behind the pack. He's got 2 bowls waiting on the right of screen.
So here he comes on the forehand. Definitely one of those heads here where you probably don't want to box it up, sit something next to the jack. As you said, Andrew, if you can tuck it in.
Not far away.
Just want to flop off it. Well, it's in, but a bit more of a target now. Shirts look good. I love it when bowlers and they get together and they put a uniform together and create a bit of a group. And they all get on the road and head to big events.
Yeah, it's great to see. We do get a lot of that at the Australian Open. Like we have groups of 20, 30 people from the one club. They've all got a shirt. They get their own bowls cloths made up, stubby holders. It's just great to see. A lot of them treat it as like a end of season event. You finished your pennants for the year or whatever it may be, and let's get away. Let's get to the sunshine and have a bit of fun and play some bowls. Yeah,
and if bowls doesn't go your way, there's plenty to do on the Gold Coast. Restaurants, nightlife, all the theme parks, anything like that. But you're right. Ben Winther just pulling up short. But you're right, good way of putting it, really. Your end of season or end of club trip, you put a list up on the wall. All right, we're heading to the Australian Open. Let's all get together and have a good time. Celebrate the end of your season. Brad Ball. Here comes the bend. Russell Bates has said.
It's to keep turning.
Would be enough. Not bad. That's close. So just getting a bit of insight to the players there. We're only probably 4 or 5 metres away from them.
Still got a good shot on. The calls either side of Ben's bowl at the top of screen. I do like trying to turn his own onto the jack. 2 bowls waiting. Second option, he could sit the shot bowl.
I love this weight control.
It's very close here. Wants it right now. Well played.
Well, it stood that bowl up. Almost perfection there. I think they'd just prefer to see that bowl laying down of Ben Winther's, but all in all, great bowl.
Just got to be mindful here. He's 1 down. He's very vulnerable to the bottom right of screen. So if he's electing to sort of arrive, Baz, I don't mind going a bit quicker. You might have 2 seconds there. Remove the shot bowl. If he gets the inside at half of it, he can get back to the New South Wales's bowls at the bottom of screen.
Yeah, I think that could be that could be the call, Andrew. I'd like to see a bit of a shake-up here. I think from a playing perspective, the shot selection and then the ability to really try and celebrate this. Let New South Wales know you're up for the challenge. Yeah, going with your call here, Andrew. Backhand. Needs to get down, though. Oh, things are moving around everywhere.
Still 1 down. He's somewhat locked the shot bowl in now.
So I just want to touch on that, just as we're seeing there, Russell Bates walking around the head, even though it's not his head. I'm completely fine with it, Andrew, but
yep.
I was asked a question recently, just today, about an accidental movement of the jack when measuring and saying there's a gentleman's agreement, you know. I just feel if that was done maybe at some club levels, some divisional levels, that opposition might get a little bit upset about it.
Yep.
but I've definitely found now over the years at state and international level that it's not even frowned upon. The fact that Russell went into the head wasn't his head to be sort of looking around, even though while Ben and Brett were sort of deciding what shot to play. I don't think they were inhibiting anything or doing anything bad.
Yeah, no, he wasn't stopping Brett and Ben.
No, that's right.
Identifying what shot they were going to play. He wasn't on the mat. He was sort of still back behind the head. But yeah, it's all about identifying your opposition. Some people would have issues with that in terms of possession of the rink and the mat, but the game's been played in pretty good spirit. So
absolutely, and that's what it's all about. So next time, if you're in that situation, it's okay. We're all out here getting along, enjoying this great game, and I love to see it. And it's great enthusiasm by both players and both teams, and we get asked those questions quite often. And I find definitely there's always that level of spirit within the game where everyone's just out there getting along, having a good time, and they will, for as long as they can tonight after the game, enjoy one of the best spirit components to the game of bowls, and that is sit around afterwards and reflect and enjoy each other's company, which we love about the game.
Yeah, so he's swapping to forehand. So he's just going to try and arrive down on Brad Ball's bowl.
Back-to-back ends for New South Wales. That's a 1. They lead 11-4. Now, Paul Holsky, and I don't know if you slipped him a little pineapple somewhere, Andrew, but I've got a witness next to me. Haven't I, Robbie? We said how much planning goes into an event this big, and he said, oh wow, Andrew Howe is so organised. He's got running sheets, he does all these planning meetings, and he's really good at what he does. And I know that. I see you quite often. I've worked alongside you, seen you in this role, but you must get a lot of joy out of doing something you love, Andrew. Not many people get to go to work every day doing something they exactly love doing and somewhere they love to be, and the rapport you have not only with the clubs, the athletes, but the volunteers must be just something you get a thrill out of.
Yeah, it's I guess a bit of a dream job, so to speak, Baz. So very lucky. I've been around the bowl scene for many years. So I took up the game when I was 10 and 36 now, so I've been playing for 26 years. I've been to a lot of these events. I know a lot of the players, as you touched on. So I guess when I got into this role, I knew what to sort of expect and what from a play. I had a player's cap on, but also the organiser's cap, so I knew what to try and do and what the players wanted. So I guess that helped in a big way. But I guess I've always prided myself in this role in building relationships, and that's what it's all about. So AO, for instance, we work with 14 different host clubs with 14 different needs, and it's a balancing act, but definitely a job you need to be prepared. But I guess I've got that little advantage where I've grown up around the sport and around the club industry, and I'm a greenkeeper by trade, so I even know things about greens and what to expect, and it just all ties in nicely to be able to help me perform my role. And obviously I've got Paul who works under me, who does a great job, and we've just got it's a very supportive organisation. It is Bowls Australia, and we've got so many people that chip in and help out to ensure our events are what they are, and we want to be industry leading, and we want to be renowned for around the world as putting on the best events. And I think we're getting there. We're doing that with things like the Australian Open, the BPL. So I look forward to seeing what the future holds.
Well done, and that's on behalf of me and your little mate who you slipped $50 to, Paul Holsky. But great job, and from a player's perspective that's still playing in and around these events and getting to commentate as well. The feedback's awesome, and I think that word rapport you've got with everyone I think is super important. Great leadership too, I feel. Anyone needs or wants something, they just turn to you, and that's a great sign of leadership. So well done.
Thanks, Baz.
And Well done to you, Robbie. I know we'll finish up fairly quickly after this game, but, mate, day 2, Robbie Allen, he's here crack at dawn, and sun's nearly back up by the time Robbie's packing up, so Russell Bates just connecting on that bowl, but it's a team effort, so when we get nice feedback and nice comments, which I'm reading at the moment, it all comes down to a team effort, so thank you. And let's see if we can take this one right down to the wire, see if we can get a response from WA. They're trying their little hearts out. Brett Spurr and Ben Winther,
needs connection now. He's done well. Played perfect speed for that shot, gave himself 2 options, promote his own bowl, sit the shot bowl.
And BPL, of course, there's a player out there that'll be featuring for the first time.
Yeah, I was having a chat to Spurry the other day. He's very excited to be suiting up for the Sydney Lions. He's been a great player for a very long time, Barry. Obviously, you no doubt would have played state bowls with Spurry for Victoria, and yeah, he's just been one of those class acts for a long time. So great to see him now getting those opportunities, and yeah, I can't wait to see how he performs. No doubt there'll be a few nerves playing in a format he's never played before, and shot clocks and big crowds, music blaring. So, but over the years, he's been the ultimate entertainer, so to speak. So it's going to be great to see how he goes.
Yeah, nicknamed Street Fighter. That's AKA Street Fighter, Brett Spurr. So we'll want to see if there's a mascot of some sort or some kind of theme for Brett Spurr. But he's always been an entertainment machine and a great player. Good to see him get selected. And as we see Russell Bates there, came down on a beautiful track, got a little slide off the front. Nice shot, holding one. But weirdly, majority of the bowls short of the jack here. Is that a sign that things are just starting to short?
Wants to get down now. Well played, Benny Winther.
Wow, brilliant shot.
It's a massive shot.
So 1 to the Brett Spurr bowl.
Yeah, not a easy head to get to either. Okay, indication from Russell Bates. Looks like Brad Ball, plenty of weight. He's a couple of bowls high. He looks like he can potentially get back to the jack off Russell's, but ideally he wants both bowls out of the head. 2 seconds.
I think it has to be forehand. Can't drive towards his nearest bowls backhand. He's played it well.
Wants them clean. Oh, well played.
I think it stayed in. No, Brett Spurr's throwing them back, so great hit. Brad Ball, little high five from Ben Winther. Fair bit of speed on that. Gets a bit of velocity up there, Brad Ball.
We can already see he's. I think he had 3 or 4 runners, and he's hit pretty much all of them. So nice to see Russell using Brad to his strength. Either was an opportunity for both bowls or killed the jack, and no hesitations calling him on that shot.
So the Street Fighter comments is a little subject here already. Someone has to dress up as Ryu from the Street Fighter series. It'd be interesting because there is a dress-up night, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm not sure what nights Pine Rivers or Club Pine Rivers have in store. There's usually a pirate night. We do know of that one. I think last year was the Pink Night, wasn't there, Baz?
I think
try and raise money, and
I think there is a like not a comic hero night, but I mean there's a
superhero
sort of night. So maybe Ryu or Ken or one of the other Street Fighter characters can feature. I might have to slip Craig or Steve a little message to say, can we sneak a Street Fighter themed act in there for Brett Spurr? Or maybe if Steve Glasson or anyone else from Mount Lewis is watching, someone might be able to... Oh, the Lion. They can't replace the Lion, of course, but maybe Street Fighter can join them. We'll see. We'll wait and see. But it is good fun to see some of the mascots. The Lion's been there since day dot.
Yeah, let's hope, as after the last event, it was quite warm in Moama and Pine Rivers. Let's hope they've washed the Lion suit in between events. I think actually Benny Winther on screens done that a couple of times at Moema, the line.
Yeah.
So Brad Ball looking to correct on his first. But yeah, they do put on a great show, Club Pine Rivers. There's something for everyone during BPL week. We've also got the BPL Cup National Finals, Baz, so it's drawing to a conclusion. It's been running virtually all year round, so record entries again. So it's great to see who will be crowned the 2024 champions of the BPL Cup.
Yeah. So as we see here, no one really nailing it so far. That's what can happen just through that middle stage of a game. Concentration levels are really tested. That commitment to every bowl, stepping over it, treating every bowl like the match winner. Brett Spurr just going to run through there. And we see it a lot. If the leads aren't quite on, sometimes you see a bit of a scratchy head, but Russell Bates, he'll want to make the most of this room. Backhand. Let's look at his deliberate delivery here. Feet apart. Nice and low. Stays down, follows through. Nice clear step. And he gets the reward too.
Very close.
Great shot. Russell Bates in behind the jack.
Well played. So interesting to see Brett line up on this hand with his first. He's obviously very confident in the way this hand's reacting, and
I think he just underplayed that one.
yeah, it's just gonna.
I think we can just see the bowl sitting down a fraction more now, AG. Green just slowing up a touch. And it's crazy to think it's still running this good at 7:45 or 20 to 8 at night.
Yep.
14-4, women's gold medal match. New South Wales 14-4 over South Australia. That's starting to get away from the South Australian team.
Brilliant shooting, Russell Bates.
Yeah, quite methodical.
That's massive. Well played.
11-3. South Australia leads Queensland in the bronze medal match for the men. And the women's bronze medal match, Victoria trailing Tasmania by 2. Of course, no time limits. All ends will be played if need be, but if some games do break away and the deficit can't be beaten, they won't complete their ends. The games will be completed. So, Ben Winther on the forehand. Stalking this. Needs to hold up.
Yeah, the slack probably a yard away, otherwise he was pretty close there. So chance here, the WA boys. Yeah, he's not quite going to run the journey.
So sticking to the forehand. Benny Winther. He's definitely on a higher line here. It will break hard. Sometimes it's hard to believe it's going to come back from there, but watch this. Ben Winther.
Benny Winther. What a shot.
The trust you've got to put into that hand. The players that have done the most of that this last few days have been rewarded. And we see it time and time again, every game on these greens. Wide drawing hands. Brad Ball looking for some connection. We'll slide off the front. Oh, he's got another one in there.
Yeah, it's okay. Probably gives Russell a couple more bowls to work with now. He can sort of get off that and back to the jack or shot bowl. And it does make it very difficult for New South Wales. I'd love another bowl in the head, but I'd hate to give the shot away.
Just getting a read on both players there. It's a tough one for these boys. Ben Winther and Brett Spurr, yes, they hold shot, but they're outnumbered 3-1 in there.
Yeah, it's very tough. If he's playing this hand, he's really got to just try and work through his own bowl. Gets a couple of turns out of it, it's good. If he works back to the inside half of it, he can sort of get back to the blue. The problem is he's still a little bit vulnerable on the left-hand side of screen here, Baz. If Russell was to get the corner of the jack with no bowl.
Yeah. Edging that bowl of Ben Winther's out of the head here is plan A. 6 feet away. If you get a good chunk of it and stay, can make 4 here. Russell Bates, 7 ends played. Big moment this match. 2 cracks at it. That's the key here. Coming down on his backhand, looking to sit that black and white bowl of Ben Winther's.
Yeah, yard of weight, you reckon? Probably gets him 2 results. Sits the bowl clean for 4. Corner of the jack for 2 or 3.
Probably around that 10 to 15 feet of weight zone here.
Just hold it on him.
Needs an edge.
Wow.
Bit happening.
Still one to New South Wales.
It's quite an iconic hand, that hand really now, Andrew. Every bowl, every brand, every different type of bowl today and yesterday we've seen absolutely swooping in on that Oceanside hand. I said it from the get-go yesterday. And like I've said tonight, you've got to put a lot of trust into it, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yep. Just got to let your bowl do the work. Clear
Look at
run
that
here.
swoop home. Wow, that swooped.
Oh, it's a great effort.
Look where that's come from, that bowl. These greens, 7:45 at night, turning sideways, still running on nicely.
Okay. I like the weight he used. I'd like to see him use that. Clip the bowl out. He could get back to Brett Spurr's last. If he's a touch high, he works off the wing bowl.
He's close here.
Very close.
Bowl clean, no jack. Bowl clean, no jack for Russell Bates. What a shot! Russell Bates, that's the shot of the day. It does not get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. And a fist pump and a high five. There's an Aussie title up for grabs here.
4. Game on.
4 shots. Absolute class from Russell Bates. You're right, Andrew. He just had to just bring his line in a touch with that last attempt. Weight was pretty good. That is a classy shot. Talk us through the replay, Andrew.
Very close. Yard or so away, Baz. Couple options. Trail the jack.
Bowl clean, no jack for
bowl,
Russell
and he's done a bit
Bates.
of
What a
both.
shot!
Set the bowl, bit of jack.
Russell
4
Bates.
shots, WA.
And we can hear the balcony from here. Making plenty of noise in support of the boys from the West back in this match. New South Wales, after picking up 2 ends in a row. Robbie Allen, our mastermind, technical producer, whatever you like to call him, he's played that replay for us. Can't get enough of that. Can we get some thumbs up in the comments for Russell Bates, the man from Double View? 3 shots in it. We did say it was a big moment in the match, Andrew.
Yeah, huge. They needed to score that end, and yeah, absolutely cracking shot. Just shows the touch he's in tonight. He's been drawing well, and he's just played it to perfection. So Ben Winther, great opening bowl here, looking to replicate.
Yeah, good lead bowls from Ben Winther. So New South Wales, after 8 ends, now lead 11-8. And there's a couple of games going on. We've got the gold medal match for the women's pairs also. New South Wales, a big lead now over South Australia. 14-4. We'll update you as those scores are updated. And we're just chatting to a few people over the last few days. Andrew, Dylan Fisher, former Australian rep, been there, done that. Been lucky to have him in here. Colleen Orr, Christina Christic, and of course Paul Holschke. But a lot of the players, you know, the common theme was they're already proud of their efforts to get here.
Yep.
And they're so appreciative of the support they get, being able to do what they do day in, day out, playing the sport they love.
No, it's great. Great to hear. It's, I guess, one of the things that's still in our sport, Baz, is there's no prize money attached to these events. You are playing for the prestige of an Australian title. So great to see all these players here, loving the experience and trying to win, represent their family and their clubs and their states with pride. So Brett Spurr, well played.
And we do see that, bit of a road trip for some families and that, get away for the week. And yeah, it's great to see, especially with the mixed pairs on Friday. And you got people out there like the McWhinney brothers. Great to see family involved as Russell Bates just pushing that one a little high. We'll go back to those scores around the rinks. Women's gold medal match, 15-4, New South Wales' way after 9 ends and 11 ends. They're ticking them over in the men's bronze medal match. South Australia lead Queensland 14-5. Women's bronze medal match, Victoria 8, trail Tasmania 9 after 8 ends. And a nice shot there from Brett Spurr. So both hands, as we see, turning nicely. Brad Ball finds himself 4 down already. Just focus on that line. He's nailed the line with the 2 previous deliveries. Hit that marker, feel the weight. Work around that. Oh yeah, I said it earlier, Andrew. You can see Brad Ball's 3 deliveries there. That's not quite where he wants to be. One of his better deliveries in this direction was on his backhand earlier, and I thought that might have been enough to force the switch. I don't know whether it's playing on his mind that he might switch over here, but if this one for me isn't on the mark either, it might be worth a fresh start in this direction.
Yeah, they are in a bit of trouble here. He has found his line. That's the bonus. He's just got to try and drop a yard of weight. As we've alluded to, the green's probably just starting to drop a touch now.
Or do you persist? Brad Ball
wants the jack now.
He persisted. Oh, but he didn't go with it. Wow. Good chunk of that jack too. It has made the head slightly better for Russell Bates though, but he is quite a few down.
Yeah, great shooting, Benny Winther.
That could be a full count.
Yes, it's not easy. But the beauty for Russell, he's been playing this forehand well, Baz. He's drawn some great shots in this direction. But there is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of experience too. Russell Bates.
Okay, he's lining up on his backhand.
Yeah, well, you just said that he's been playing this forehand quite well. Forehand... not much can go wrong. It's an open draw, nothing to negate. backhand, you bring this front bowl of Brad Balls into it, but when you see it and you back yourself, sometimes you can play it. Russell Bates.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
From 5 or 6 down to 1 up. The confidence he had in that hand shone through. And Brett Spurr, well, he knows he needs to make something happen here. They've got plenty in there. Look at the turn on that.
Right angles. Unbelievable.
Nothing to do with the bowls. It's just these beautiful Tiff Dwarf greens here at Broadbeach. Strong turn. If you told me a bowl was going to go around the shot bowl between the two blue and finish over there at the bottom of the screen, I'd say no way. But here we are. 8 o'clock at night. Green running 14 and a half seconds. These Tiff Dwarf greens, just beautiful to play on.
So Russell Bates can't relax now. He's played a cracker, but he needs to get another one in there. He's very vulnerable.
Can he do it? He's pretty good again here.
Needs to hurry now.
Needs to finish. Oh, it should cut a few out. He might have picked up the third shot there. Second or third. We see that angle there. It's much better. He's at least cut out a few. That's clutch bowling, isn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, great shots. Brett Spurr, chance. Same weight. Sit the bowl. He does get a bit of jack on the way through. It'd be massive. The weight he uses with the first, he gives himself that option. If he's a couple of bowls tight, he can turn Ben Winther's up onto the shot bowl. Tighter line.
He wants bowl.
As he has.
Through jack. He's going to get away. Look at that strong turn. Russell Bates again.
Great bowling.
One shot. WA. That takes him to 9. Only 2 in it all of a sudden. Two ends in a row, and that's 4 of the last 6 ends to WA. WA picked up a 2 on the 4th end, 2 on the 5th end, a 4 on the 8th end with that brilliance from Russell Bates, and a 1 on the 9th end. So, nice little patch here. You break the game down. Good little segment of bowling. Quite easily could have got away from him there at one stage there, Andrew.
Yeah, exactly right. Could have easily been 12-4. So good opening bowl there by Brad. Just in a game of bowls, it's taking those chances. You don't get many opportunities to make scores, and Russell's had one chance and he's turned it in their favour. Brett Spurr's just had a chance that end to make a 4 or 5 and he's missed. So could this be the difference as we head towards sort of the back end of this match?
And you can see the players out there. No jackets, no vests, no hoodies. It's a very pleasant night. Brad Ball. That's good shooting. There's still a comfortable 20 degrees out there, plus with the heart rate up, blood flowing, not feeling any chill at all. It's such a nice night. Ben Winther needs a clear run here.
That's okay.
It's actually made it a better head for Brett Spurr. Instead of having to negate 2 bowls on either hand, he's got a clear run now. So grab the positive. So, Brad Ball, for those tuning in now, and Russell Bates from Western Australia, from the club's Pinjarra, Brad Ball, and Double View for Russell Bates, and Ben Winther and Brett Spurr representing New South Wales out of the Mount Lewis Lions Club.
So big chance here for Russell. First in. He'd love to draw a touch around the corner.
Just underdone. So probably 2 feet there.
So Brett Spurr can afford to arrive on the draw. Very close.
Turning in nicely. He's turning in behind the jack.
Lucky. Well played. Not a great result.
Yeah, you're doing all you can to get the shot, and sometimes it doesn't quite come off, but massive attempt there from Brett Spurr. Yeah, played many games with Brett Spurr, Victoria, and also Mooney Ponds. Won a state pennant together. Also, remember his wedding at the casino. What a party that was. The Street Fighter. Great entertainer. Watch this delivery. Left hand. Nice and clear of the body. Nice and low. I'm going to work on my history here, but I reckon Brett Spurr, he has won an Australian pairs, but it was under 18. And I believe he may have beaten a legend of the game in Mark Casey when he represented Victoria. Australian juniors way back in the Marimbula days, Andrew.
Right.
Were you there?
No. I was back with the couple of years in Moema and then the Helikalani days.
Right.
I had five years of juniors.
Brad Ball, also left-handed. Let me see. Nice release. Yeah, I got a feeling Brett Spurr and I think it might have been Todd Simmons defeated Mark Casey and someone else of Queensland. And I'm happy to be wrong because I am really reaching right into my history there. So if anyone's online that know anything about that, they can help us. But also Brett Spurr, of course, and Ben Winther. It was only 2 years ago. Australian Open pairs final.
Yeah, going down on the last end, I think. Last two ends anyway. It was a very close game. So they're class players. They play well together. It's clear. They're great mates. And they're performing well again on the big stage. So Brad Ball, you'd love a little bit of the jack here. Just not going to run.
Yeah, just under. But I like their speed from Brett Spurr. I love that contingency weight. Get the split and hang around. It's the Brett Spurr's call there for Ben Winther. This is real good weight just to connect something and hang around, not lose your bowl out of the head.
Okay. Wants to get down.
Just like this.
Well, Benny.
Stiff again. Ben Winther, oh, come on. Yeah, we try to talk to the bowls as much as we can. Some people have gone to the levels of painting ears on their bowls as a logo just so that sometimes they hope that they're listening, but unfortunately...
Yeah, from that angle, it could be the New South Wales bowl that's shot. He was unlucky. Two or three more turns, he makes 3. So Russell Bates, he's played a couple of big ends in a row. Can he do it again?
Yeah, his confidence got to be sky high, really, when you think about it. Looking down the barrel of a 4 potentially last end in this direction, and played the big one and made it. And he stares down this hand again.
Oh, he's close, Baz.
He's got to be getting a lot of confidence out of it, doesn't he? Of course he is. What a shot, Russell Bates. That's 2. Well, if it's not 2, it's close. Well, am I sensing that wing bowl over there? Gee.
Yeah, it looks like Benny just put his finger up to say 1.
Well, going off our monitor where we are, we can only... It does look like the bowl at 7 o'clock. Well, this might change things.
Oh, look at this turn back. What a shot.
Great shot, Brett Spurr. Well, if that's the case, if it is 2, do we see a little bit more weight here? Or trail the jack for 3.
Yeah, I don't think he can go too big because it could go south if he gets off the shot bowl back to his own. I think just arrive, Baz, sit the shot bowl, trail the jack.
Oh, he's in a good area again, Andrew.
Close to the jack.
He's looking to trail this.
Russell Bates, what have you done?
Can he catch it? Of course he
what
can.
A shot.
Russell Bates, you are on a heater. The crowd goes wild.
Unbelievable.
They're loving this action from the balcony. If I was Brett Spurr, I'd be definitely going down for a walk. Just to control the situation here. Just pause momentum. He's making his way down slowly. Just strangle back a bit of the moment. Go down for a bit of a walk. Good view there. But that's huge bowling. Russell Bates, his last 3 hands, he's turned it on, and they're holding 3, Andrew.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot. I think he's just got to arrive, play a very similar shot, get back to the pack and trail the jack.
One thing I know, if Brett Spurr gets this, he will let everyone know. He is very good here, Brett Spurr. Listen to him.
What a shot, Brett Spurr.
I told you, and there it is. Split through the hole, 3 down.
To 2, maybe 3 up. Wow, the skips have come to play, Baz. What a shot, Brett Spurr.
You could see him walk right over to the bank, have a good look at it. 6-shot turnaround. That is massive. He screamed out just as the ball was coming into the head. Jack through the hole. And it got it perfect. So Brett Spurr, massive reply to Russell Bates. If Brett Spurr didn't get the chocolates there, we were looking at a new leader. Western Australia would have hit the front. 12 plays 11, but Brett Spurr came up with the goods. 3 down to 3 up, 6-shot turnaround, and now they lead 14-9. And I've put a massive circle around that 3 because that is a huge moment in this match, Andrew.
That was a tough shot to play the right way to get around that front bowl, spring the jack. That was class.
And I know we mentioned it a lot, Andrew, but the confidence that Brett had in playing that out of the how well the green is still running and drawing, it does help a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It played a big part. He was, whatever sort of weight, he played, a few yards of weight there, Baz, and it was always going to get back. Where the green's probably not turning, you probably would have had to play for a bit of luck through the pack. But great green and a great display by all players.
So 10 ends played. We're into the last quarter here, last third. And 14 plays 9, 5 shots in it. And welcome everyone. Views are great. Got good numbers tuning in tonight. Grab the link, share it to your groups, share it to your friends, chuck it on your wall. Let everyone else see what you're watching. They're watching some great bowls. That's what they're watching. Brad Ball. If he gets to that drier section, it will turn. Here it comes. There we go. That'll do for shot. Great encouragement there from Russell Bates to Brad Ball. He knows they've got to stay in this game. Verbally, physically, mentally, the whole lot. eye contact, staying connected as a pair. It's game on, and what a great game it is, Andrew.
Yeah, been treated here. Great display by all 4 players, but yeah, credit to the skips. They've played a couple of bombs. Russell Bates has been on fire the last few ends, really trying to turn the game in his favour, and Brett Spurr last end's come up clutch. So important now to get back on the horse and try and nail this end. This stage in the game, it's all about winning back-to-back ends, and if the New South Wales combination can, it will go a long way to taking this title.
Yeah, once again, referring back to the last end, WA had held that. That would have been 5 ends of the last 7. So, even though they're down by 5, they're well and truly into this game. And Russell Bates, he's played another beauty. Close for shot. Yeah, that'll do. And behind the jack.
He's got it on a string at the moment, on the draw.
What I like, though, about Russell is when Brad put that short one in narrow, he yelled out, "Keep working, brother, keep working," and just showing to Brad that he's with him all the way here.
Yeah, no, great to see. Brett Spurr. Well played.
And then likewise from Ben Winther to Brett Spurr. Well done, mate. Great shot, mate. So they're really feeling it. Concentration levels are through the roof now. The application to the game's there. Game mode fully switched on. And a spring and a step. Ben Winther walking down the green there. He can't wait to get down the other end. He wants to play this, Ben Winther. Sit the bowl of Russell Bates. Tuck the jack around the corner for 2.
That's where they've been coming from. Yeah, wonderful try.
So our little friend, Josh Thornton, the player of the series from the Para-Nationals a week or so ago. And the gold medalist in the pairs. He's tuning in tonight. Josh Thornton. He's grabbed the clock and wounded it back with me. And he's given me some intel. That was at Warilla.
Wow.
In 1998. There you go.
He's a fountain of knowledge, is the Spaniard.
So, Commonwealth Games gold medalist Josh Thornton tuning in, providing us some insight. It was Brett Spurr and Todd Simmons in 1998 who won the Australian junior pairs together. And Josh Thornton was quick to let me know in this message that he played the singles role for Victoria back then at the Nationals.
Right.
But he hasn't let me know how he went.
Just amazing to see the players come through the junior ranks, Baz, so long ago and still out here competing and on the national stage. So, from what we've heard, it wasn't Josh's event, Baz, in the singles.
No, I think it was a case of turning the table or the ladder upside down for Joshy on that one. But anyway, he's bounced back pretty well over the years. But Brett Spurr here, nice opportunity. Sit the blue bowl of Russell Bates for 2. Or jack round the corner. Well, that's not going to make it easy for his next one.
Yeah, it does open up a chance to remove the shot bowl. It's important Russell Bates gets another shot in the head here. He does not want to give Brett Spurr a chance to rip his bowl out for a score.
Yeah, on a nice high line. Even if he matches his bottom one there, left of screen,
Clear run.
Yeah, that helps. That's about fourth shot. There's some form of arriving shot now, Andrew. Is that the easier shot to maybe look for some form of split or promotion?
It probably is. It is still somewhat dangerous if he did get the jack out to the left of screen. And he sort of played it in between shot there, Baz. He sort of was trying to draw, just overplayed it.
Well, I get the sense, though, looking back at that head, having so many around it, if maybe they were looking for shots, he could have charged straight up the guts and ripped that shot bowl out. Brett Spurr definitely got that shot in his toolkit.
Yeah, so nothing on here for Russell other than a dead draw. Make sure he doesn't cross the line. Doesn't want to turn the bowls in.
Yeah, gently, Russell. Wow, flirting with it. So one shot, Western Australia. They're in the double figures zone. 10 shots. Trailing New South Wales 14. WA winning 3 of the last 4 ends. Ends played. Western Australia winning 5 of the 11 ends. And the short jack. Just the mat up about 5 metres. And the jack, well, it's only a couple of metres past the minimum, so we're looking only around about the 24 metre mark here. Quite a short end, definitely the shortest of the match.
No, it's a good tactic. Change things up. Try and beat the New South Wales boys to the jack. Put a bit of pressure back on Brett Spurr and Ben Winther.
Oh, almost. Brad Ball, nice correction. New length, as you can see there. Games going on all around us. Women's gold medal match, New South Wales 18-10. Men's bronze medal match, South Australia, skipped by Craig Mills against Queensland. And I'm just looking around. Yeah, they're still out there. The last end. They're up by 6, South Australia. And the women's bronze medal match, Victoria, 3 up now over Tasmania. 13 plays 10. Russell Bates on that trusty backhand that he's played so well on so far. He really is full of confidence down here at the moment. Just that short of end. Just needs to adjust after that one. Good little look though. Now I can't categorically say exactly how they got there, but I'm looking over at the rink next door where the gold medal match is for the women's pairs final, and Dawn Heyman has 3 bowls inside 8 inches as they are leading 18-10. And
what a shot.
On cue, South Australia trailing the jack to hold a couple, so they're well and truly in the game. if they can hold on to that. As Russell Bates switches hands out on this high forehand. There's no issue in getting back. Just needs to pull up in time. It'll get back to the middle.
So 1 to New South Wales. Brett Spurr be looking to try and replicate. His weight's perfect. Just the line slightly. That's where they come from.
Looks the goods. Will it hold on?
Great shooting.
Yeah, nice shooting there. Brett Spurr. Lucas Protopapas. But we did win the pairs together, Josh and I. Good on you, Lucas. Dean Curran. Also a little bit of history there in the comments. Been some unreal pairs finals the last few years. Wescombe and Davies versus Ingham and Sheriff was an all-timer. Yeah, I remember watching that one over on Green 3, I think it was.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match.
Victoria, that was Ingham and Sheriff. Victoria versus Queensland. So there's been some great games. Brad Ball, he's on the charge here. Needs to hold. Well, he's going to kick around the head. Open it up a touch. Still 2 down though, Western Australia. Very nice angle to the jack here from Ben Winther.
Just needs to hold on now. Well played. Very interesting next door, Baz. About 5 or 6 minutes ago, it was 18-4 in this women's gold medal game, and now it's 18-12. It's only 2 ends to play. Can New South Wales hold on?
Yeah, well and truly back in it. Just picked up a little multiple. Brad Ball, forehand. Body language is really good here from Brad Ball. He wants that jack out of there.
Let's get jack now.
And he's close.
Oh,
well, he's shaved it. He's rocked it.
He's taken his own bowl out on the way through.
Brad Ball stalking it all the way there, looking to trail the jack out for 2 or 3. Still finds himself down 3 or 4 here, depending on where this one finishes from Ben Winther.
This is not an easy head to play to for Russell Bates. 4 down. This could be game on the line here, Baz, right now.
Massive moment, Andrew. As we see, bottom left-hand side of the screen, Western Australia got a group of bowls there. Russell Bates can somehow trail at 2 feet to make 3 or 4, or does he just forget about any options for a score and cut the score down? We've seen it so many times, this backhand so far. Dead weight. He gets the bowl inside 18 inches. He could cut it back to 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think the way he's been drawing, I'd like to see him draw with his first on the backhand, try and frame the head a little bit more, give himself something to work with. At the same time, if he can cut it back to 1 or 2, that's massive, keeps him in the game. Russell Bates, what can you do?
Another big moment. So many big moments in this match already. Going by the line he sent that out on. I think he's looking for jack here. Needs to get down for connection. Well, that's okay. He hasn't... Well, he may have reduced the count slightly, but he's definitely made it an easier head to play to. We'll get to some results soon. One of the games has been completed. As Brett Spurr stalks this, jogs down after it, puts it in a great home.
That's a toucher. That's perfect.
I think we see Russell Bates come down and have a look here. Yes, he is. So from where we are, with the reverse view, I reckon it's at least 3. There is a bit of a gap there, but do you go big, look to kill, rip a few out, or try and just dead draw out of trouble?
Yeah, it's not easy. He hasn't played many weighted shots this game. He's sort of just been playing those timing shots well. Perhaps he sticks it out on the forehand, tries to sit the pack or trail the jack down the line. At worst, if he did get the jack in the belly, he'd be one down with Ben Winther's bowl.
Those gaps there, Andrew, both left of the jack and right of the jack, a bowl will fit through there, but they'll only fit through there with quick weight.
Yep.
So I really feel it's important, as you said there, even if he does belly the jack, he'll only maybe drop a 1, but I really feel he needs to play the weight where it's impossible to find that gap clean. I think maybe 6 feet of weight. Forehand, work down under the front, half jack, sit the shot bowl even.
Yeah, agree. 2 yards of weight. If he's a couple of bowls high, he works off that wing one back to the shot bowls. I think there's just more percentages there, Baz. Gives him a few options.
So big prep going into this one. Taking his time. Good discussion with Brad Ball. So it is what we said. A couple of yards of weight. Needs to hold. It does rip away this hand. It does rip away. You can see the severity of that turning. May have cut one out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close for the fourth is the call. This is big. Brett Spurr.
And that last bowl that Ben Winther pointed at, 2 turns on that, Brett Spurr can stay for a 6.
It's one of those things, Baz. I don't think he needs to play it in the context of the game.
No.
Draw the shot. You'd hate to be tied and slice the jack.
Yeah, it's just a bonus, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Take your grass, draw the shot.
We will rip away. Needs to hang around. So we know it's at least 3. 1, 2, 3. Now it's a matter of going to the nearest bowl of Brad Balls and going around the clock. But it is another multiple though. And it's 4 shots. I mentioned it early in the game, Andrew. They've got the ability when they score heavily. Brett Spurr and Ben Winther.
Yeah, throughout the game they've built the heads nicely. When they have lost the end, they've had plenty of bowls in there, and it's taken a bit of Russell Bates' brilliance to convert. So yeah, they're playing well, and that's what we're finding when the WA boys are slightly missing. New South Wales are getting some shots and scoring well. So they'll be looking to double up now, win another end back to back. It will make it very difficult for the WA.
So if there's a game completed, it's the game of bronze medal men's pairs. South Australia having a win there. Walking away with a great victory against a very highly credentialed team in Dale and Dean McWhinney. And they've just fallen short there to Will McFarlane and Craig Mills for the bronze medal. So congratulations goes to all competitors there, but Will McFarlane and Craig Mills pick up a win. And that's the bronze medal for the Australian Championships men's pairs bronze medal game. So well done to all competitors. Well done on your campaign. First of all, winning your state event and then working your way through to the national level. Came out of the blocks really well, the Queensland boys today, Dale and Dean. Big win against Victoria. And then they came up against this pair, Ben Winther and Brett Spurr. And Ben and Brett have carried on that form. And lead by 8 with 3 ends to go.
Yeah, so Brad Ball not quite reaching there. It's made it quite difficult. Head to play to for the skippers. Great to see Paul Holschke, top of screen, working hard.
Yeah. No, he's just watching the clock, keeping an eye on the time limit. Waiting for his 10-minute warning. Oh, no, doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have to do that tonight, Paulie. He's got the night off. Doesn't need his hooter tonight. Not for the finals. Brett Spurr leads a clear run. He's all over it.
Great shot.
Paul will be just going around, getting some feedback from the competitors. Ask him to fill out a survey. Maybe he's signing up those kids to the Mega Bowl for next year's Australian Open Mega Bowl. Russell, not a bad attempt. Keeping that hand clear, Russell. Bates for Brett Spurr to put another one in there.
Yeah, he'd be trying to tidy this up, Spurry. Turns his own, draws a toucher. I think Russell needs to swap. Needs to get on this backhand. Give yourself a chance. Turn your own. Sit the shot bowl. Trial the jack. There's nothing on the forehand now.
Yeah, nice call there from Brad Ball. So forehand, looking for the port, trial the jack.
Just needs to navigate Ben Winther's bowl. Does not want to turn it up.
No. It's out of the way now, but still feel that the other hand is a potential option. Sit bowl, trail jack.
Ben Winther can draw a toucher here. It's going to make it very difficult for his opponents. Couple of feet away on the backhand. Turn your own. Trail the jack.
Okay, Brad Ball, forehand. Does he work under that front one?
He's got to use a touch more weight now.
He's definitely put a bit on this. He's got the jack, hasn't he?
He wants to run up now onto the bowl. Oh, he's unlucky. It's the problem, Baz. The head was sort of closed off a bit and he had to use a bit more weight than needed. I think they sort of left that hand open too long and it's made it very difficult. Even if he sneaks past here, Benny Winther's a good result.
So New South Wales ladies, just give you an update there as that bowl gets promoted. Yeah, so big weight from Brad Ball. He's been pretty good tonight with his hits. See New South Wales and the women, they're leading 18-13. They're playing the last end in the women's gold medal match over South Australia. Brad Ball, big weight. And he's
got it.
Got two out.
No jack. He's done well there to get the bowl with no jack. Still 2 down, maybe 3.
Oh, Natasha Russell's played a big shot there. They were down a couple. So South Australia requiring a 5 to keep that gold medal game alive. But as it sits at the moment, they're only holding, looks to be 1, with Natasha Russell having second bowl locked in. It's going to be a hard task for South Australia to pinch a number there. So that game almost finished up. We'll keep you up to date with what happens there. As we see here, though, Brett Spurr, forehands, played his hand well tonight. That's where you need to be, out on that trusty line.
Be happy just to find a clear path now, get past. It's very hard for Russell to draw the shot the way these hands are turning. He's going to have to arrive.
Do you have two goes at killing it, maybe, Andrew? Is it that stage of the game yet? Or is it still maybe get a 1 and get a couple of numbers to finish? I think it's got to be multiples this end or nothing.
Yeah, I don't mind the kill option. The way the bowl's sitting, if he gets off the bowl, he kills it. It's a hard shot, yard of weight. I feel they got to get a multiple here to have any chance.
Two goes at trying to kill this, or some kind of arrive, trail jack for 2, sit the bowl for 1. It doesn't have to be flat out. It still can be controlled. Still feel the weight you want to play, but I really feel that if there's not a multiple on here for WA, the kill option is probably the best. So it's forehand swinging. Does take a bit of time to come back here.
Okay. Looks like it's still 2 to New South Wales.
Those bowls don't line up, so I think it's jack or nothing now for Russell Bates. Bottom right hand to the side of the screen there. There is a bowl waiting. Russell Bates comes down forehand, trails the jack to that blue shoe you can see at the bottom of the screen. I think that's the only place I can see a multiple, Andrew.
Yeah, the only other option is he drives the jack baz and takes the back bowl off the rink.
Okay.
Brett Spurr's not going to get past the head here, so
jack and back bowl for 3 or 4. That's maybe an option. But Ben Winther does have the backest bowl.
okay.
Bottom left hand of screen, so I think it's...
Yeah.
Probably think it's either a kill or sit and stay for 1. I can't really see much else. As ladies and gentlemen, as we have a new Australian champions, our women's gold medal match has come to a conclusion. New South Wales winning 18-14 over South Australia in the women's pairs gold medal match. Dawn Heyman, Natasha Russell. Magnificent effort there. Well done to them. Played fantastic earlier on the live stream games, and they had a great performance then. South Australia, well, they fought all the way. Looked to be slightly out of the game at one stage, but clawed their way back. So congratulations, Linda Orbiton and Lisa Featherby, on your performance there, making it all the way through to the gold medal match in what was a thrilling third round encounter earlier in the day. But they're silver medalists, so they can hold their head high. So congratulations. Apologies, it wasn't Linda Orbiton and Lisa Featherby. South Australia's Paddy Burry and Michelle Barrett. They did play fantastic in that round 3 game on the live stream.
So he's got a little Little right off the short bowl and edged the jack. But it will be New South Wales again scoring. Starting to get away from the WA combination.
And is that one gold medal for Dawn Heyman of many more this week, Andrew? Who knows? How many can she win?
It's every chance. So she's still got the singles and the mixed pairs to go. So 2 to New South Wales. They extend their lead 20-10.
2 ends to play. So if they don't score a 2 here or more, WA, it will be shake hands. The game's been played in unreal spirit. You can see the players high-fiving, smiling, having a good time. It's been a real arm wrestle at various stages. Brad Ball's drawn well, converted well, same as Russell. He's played some big ones when it matters, but all in all, it's probably just been that bowls in the head scenario where New South Wales have probably just outnumbered WA too often.
Yeah, they've just been a little bit too consistent tonight. Saying that, still 2 ends to go, anything could happen. But the WA boys can hold their heads high. They've played well. It's just New South Wales at this stage are just dominating the heads, just forcing WA to play these arriving shots on a green where it is turning. It's not easy to play those shots. It's sort of draw or drive. So Benny Winther just pulling up a little short there. So Brad, he needs to nail this. Yeah, what a great shot. Well played. Benny Winther.
Yeah, it's a nice reply, isn't it?
Well played.
Yeah, not much room for a multiple in there for WA, but Brad Ball, all he has to do is just pass this jack anywhere. Even 8 feet past. It's in the game, and that's what they need. Bowls past jack now. Oh, commentator's curse. That's enough to get third. Still a strong drawing hand. Well and truly into the evening. Here we are at 8:41.
Yeah, that's the benefit of a Tiff Dwarf green baz. Not like your Cooches or your sort of bands. Once they get a bit slower, other greens, they stop turning. This green just continues. It has not changed all game. Both hands have been a treat for the players to draw shots on.
Yeah, well put. Well put. Brett Spurr, he knows. Just needs to cover any form of jack movement or danger, future danger in this end. That's A1. They'd be pretty happy at this stage, I would have thought. Brett Spurr and Ben Winther. I think the forefront of the mind here for Russell Bates has to be potentially looking to crack an egg himself and maybe look to kill. As it sits at the moment, don't believe it kills. Do you, Andrew?
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see, Baz, with the angles, but it's looking like it would find its way back into the ditch. Important thing is Brett does not want to open these bowls up in the front of head and give Russell a look at killing the jack. Okay.
It definitely doesn't kill now. But I think contact needs to be made.
Yeah. Okay.
Backhand, crack an egg, get that jack out of there, make it vulnerable, and then look to kill. So that, even though a 2 keeps him in the game, chasing 8 in the last end, I really feel it needs to be around that 4 to 5 number mark.
That's a good shot.
It probably kills now, though.
Yeah, the way Brad Ball's been running, I'd give him a go. Wind up, son. Kill the end. Start again.
Yeah, he's got the firepower, right? So they're going right to the back. I thought they may have got up the front there, Brett Spurr and Ben Winther. Well, they're going to win the back here. I think you'll find if this is not a big weighted shot, I think you'll find Ben Winther's next one might be up the front, blocking the drive. Brad Ball on a nice line. Is it getting here? So last night we saw it was all Queensland affair with winning both the men's and women's Australian triples titles. Nolene Dutton and her team, Kane Nelson. Will it be an all New South Wales affair tonight with Natasha Russell, Dawn Heyman already walking off with a gold medal? Well, no. Still persisting on the draw here. Maybe Russell Bates will have 2 goes at killing it.
Yeah, I think if Brad doesn't get past the head here, it's time to open up the shoulders. Okay. Yeah, it's probably on the wrong side of that bowl, so it doesn't really help if he was to crack an egg.
As you see there, that bowl with chalk on it. If Russell Bates can get some good speed on that bowl, it should kill off the back blue one. They kill it, they try and chase a number on the next end.
Yeah, Brett Spurr, he'd be just looking to beat the blue at the bottom of screen.
So 1 or 2 is just not enough here. As Brett Spurr, well, he's played this really well into that little catchment. Perfect.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Well, that should make up Russell's mind here.
It's got to go.
Yep. So any contact on that cannon or shot bowl, the jack should be on the exit into that back blue bowl. He's not a mile away, half a bowl. So as it lies now, it's championship lie for the team from New South Wales. Okay, I don't mind it. It does change things, definitely. So Ben Winther asking Brett Spurr to actually crack an egg on that cannon and get the jack moving so it can't kill. He's trying hard here, Brett Spurr. Wow, gutsy shot. But it works. Don't mind that.
Okay, Russell Bates to keep the game alive.
Big weight. Looking for the kill. He's
Lot
close
closer
here. And it's gone forward. Well, he played it well. It was always hitting the blue bowl. But, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Brett Spurr and Ben Winther. The boys from Mount Lewis, the Mount Lewis Lions. They pick up a nice little number to finish there. But that's irrelevant. Well done to Russell Bates. And his little mate, Brad Ball. Tremendous tournament. Undefeated today up until the final. Not easy to do. All the way from WA. But the boys from New South Wales have done it. Australian Pairs champions. And it's been a great day. Plenty of action. Just recapping our gold medal winners. Natasha Russell and Dawn Heyman from St John's Park Saints, New South Wales, winning there. And also Brett Spurr and Ben Winther, the New South Wales pair, also picking up gold. So it's been a great day. We've got another game still going on in the background. The women's bronze medal match between Victoria and Tassie. They are on their last end, as we see there. Great footage from our mate Robbie Allen with us here. The boys chatting with their WA mates. Brad Ball there. You can see a view of the big balcony. A lot of people up there staying around to watch. Andrew, it's definitely obviously been great conditions for it, but high quality action there.
Yeah, it was a great game. All four players can hold their heads high, Baz. Full of great shots, but just some highlights. Russell Bates has played some absolute crackers to get his team back into it, and then Brett Spurr followed suit. But the New South Wales boys just a little bit too strong tonight, led by Benny Winther. A little bit too consistent, but as we said, it's a great match.
Yeah, I've got it down here. 5 majors accumulating 8, 11, 14 and 19 shots scored in 5 ends. So the big majors, the big numbers were absolutely deadly for Brett Spurr and Ben Winther. But it was game on there when it was 11-9. As you said, they can hold their head high. Russell Bates and Brad Ball, as we come to a conclusion here on night 2, day 2, the Australian Championships. And it's been a great couple of days of action. One game still going out there. Just about finished. We can probably hang on for a little while. Just I think as they finish up anyway now. Yes, they are. So that'll be all she wrote.
Looks like Tasmania will take the bronze in the women's pairs game.
Okay, so congratulations to Tasmania. Yeah, they're hugging in the middle, so they're happy. Rebecca Van Ash, what a player she is. She had a great game last game. She did so well. Came down to the last bowl. That could have been anything, Andrew, with if Rebecca, on behalf of Team Tassie, picked up a 2 there, they could have been the ones that went through.
Yeah, such a close section. Like they've had a big day. They've gone through the whole day undefeated and won a bronze medal. It could have been the other way, but very deserving winners tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow for the action of the men's and women's fours. Can't wait for that.
So just concluding, Jean Claridge and Rebecca Van Ash picking up bronze there on behalf of Team Tassie. But our gold medal winners in the men's and women's pairs from St John's Park and also Mount Lewis is the teams from New South Wales. Congratulations. Thank you for joining me, Andrew. Well done to you, Robbie, as always. Thank you to those that have joined me in the commentary box. And for you that have all tuned in from around the world and made this night even more in what it is with your comments and your feedback. So please keep sharing the games. Make sure you're tuning in over the next few days. Bring on the force tomorrow, and we're out, and we look forward to joining you then. Thank you.